The British royalty is in damage control mode. The monarch has now ordered for an unroyal exit for his younger brother, Prince Andrew, as accusations related to the infamous sex offender Jeffrey Epstein scandal have caught up.
And yet again this year, one family member will be a no-show. The king's younger brother, Andrew, stripped of his titles, no longer a prince, but still very much in the headlines.
In this purpose, I know that I shall be upheld by the affection and loyalty of the peoples whose sovereign I have been called upon to be.
In an emotional royal confrontation that's left insiders stunned, King Charles was reportedly seen in tears after a tense meeting with Prince William and Princess Anne, both demanding he cut all ties with Prince Andrew's family once and for all. What began as a private discussion soon turned into a heartbreaking standoff, exposing the deep fractures dividing the royal household. Sources say Charles's reaction was one of pure devastation. So, what could have driven his own children to take such a drastic step? Let's uncover the truth.
Andrew is still going to be a prince because, of course, he is the son of the former queen, but he is going to be royal in blood only. All the other titles, all of the other trappings, gone, but he gets to stay in a pretty nice house.
The king's dilemma. King Charles had delayed the inevitable for as long as possible. The decision that weighed on him was not one any monarch would wish to face. It involved his own brother, Prince Andrew. For months, perhaps even years, the matter had lingered like an unwelcome shadow over the royal household. The monarchy had already endured enough storms, and Charles, ever mindful of public sentiment and family loyalty, had tried to balance duty with compassion. But time was running out, and the world was watching. Prince Andrew's troubles dated back to 2022, when his reputation, and by extension, that of the royal family, took a devastating hit. His infamous television interview, meant to clear his name, had instead deepened the scandal. The nation watched in disbelief as Andrew struggled to distance himself from his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier whose name had become synonymous with moral corruption. Instead of offering clarity, his words revealed an alarming lack of awareness, and the backlash was immediate. Newspapers were merciless. Commentators described the interview as a disaster of royal proportions. In the months that followed, Queen Elizabeth, burdened but resolute, made a painful decision. She stripped her son of his duties as a senior royal, a quiet but powerful statement that even the monarchy was not beyond accountability. Yet, despite this demotion, Andrew continued to hold on to his titles. His presence at certain family gatherings and public events stirred discomfort among observers. For many, it symbolized a lingering stain on the crown's integrity. For others, it showed the enduring complexity of family ties. A mother unwilling to cast out her child completely, no matter the scandal. Then came the new reign. When Charles ascended the throne, he inherited not just a kingdom, but also the unfinished business of his mother's final years, including the question of what to do with his brother. It was a dilemma that tested his leadership and his heart.
King of the UK as he strips his brother Andrew of all titles, including Prince. Buckingham Palace said in a statement that the king started the process to remove the style, titles, and honors of his younger brother, so he will now be Prince Andrew no more.
As king, he carried the responsibility of safeguarding the monarchy's image in a modern world that demanded transparency and moral strength. As a brother, he carried memories of shared childhood laughter, of royal duties once performed side by side, of the family unity their mother had fought so hard to preserve. Still, sentiment could only go so far. Pressure mounted from within, the palace and beyond its gates. Advisors whispered about the risk of allowing the controversy to linger. Public trust already fragile, could not afford more bruises. The British people had long memories and even longer expectations. A monarch who preached reform and accountability could not appear hesitant when the challenge came from within his own family. And so, after months of quiet deliberation and countless discussions behind closed doors, the announcement came. Prince Andrew declared that he would no longer use his royal titles or honors. The statement was brief, polite, and carefully worded, a reflection of the palace's desire to draw the curtain without further spectacle. But while the move was presented as voluntary, few believed it was entirely his choice. For some, the gesture marked closure, the end of an uncomfortable chapter. Yet others wondered if it went far enough. Could a mere renunciation of titles truly restore the monarchy's credibility? Was the Duke of York's quiet retreat into private life enough to heal the wound his actions had opened? The questions lingered in the air, unanswered, as Charles continued to navigate the delicate line between kingly duty and brotherly love. In the end, the matter of Prince Andrew was more than a scandal. It was a mirror reflecting the crown's eternal struggle between tradition and transformation, blood and responsibility, loyalty and justice. And for King Charles, it was a reminder that ruling a nation was one thing, but ruling one's own family was, perhaps, the greatest challenge of all. Why was King Charles moved to tears by William and Anne's request? Was he so close to Andrew? Let's delve into the details of the tragic division between Charles and Andrew.
Now, King Charles has stripped his younger brother Andrew of his royal titles and has ousted him from his long-term residence at the Windsor estate.
When brothers become strangers, Prince Charles and Prince Andrew's relationship has always been a curious blend of affection, rivalry, and quiet distance. Shaped as much by time and temperament as by the peculiar pressures of royal life. Born 11 years apart, they might have shared a crown by blood, but not a childhood by experience. Queen Elizabeth once described her children as belonging to two separate families. Charles and Anne were her first family, raised during the early, uncertain years of her reign, when duty overshadowed motherhood. Andrew and Edward, however, arrived when the Queen was more settled in her role, more confident, and perhaps more emotionally available. That shift in timing changed everything. Charles, the firstborn, grew up under the weight of expectation. Sensitive and deeply thoughtful, he learned early that his every move was measured against the throne he was destined to inherit. There was little room for rebellion, and even less for affection. Andrew, by contrast, entered a warmer, more relaxed palace. His mother was no longer a new monarch trying to prove herself to a nation. She was a seasoned queen with a little more time for bedtime stories and playful laughter. Those who knew her best often whispered that Andrew was her favorite son, the one who made her laugh the most, the one who could do no wrong. The brothers could not have been more different. Charles was introspective, cautious, and earnest. A thinker who cared about the environment, architecture, and spirituality long before such topics became fashionable. Andrew was the opposite, bold, charismatic, and drawn to adventure. He loved flying, fast cars, and the thrill of danger. Where Charles sought meaning, Andrew sought excitement. And though they shared royal blood, their paths through life rarely crossed in harmony. Charles began public life with dedication, building a reputation through the Royal Navy, and founding the Prince's Trust to aid disadvantaged youth, showcasing his quiet compassion. Andrew, meanwhile, pursued a naval career, gaining acclaim as a Falklands war hero.
And unfortunately, we've just not been able to fit it into either your schedule or my schedule until now. And actually, it's a very good opportunity, and I'm delighted to be able to see you today.
In their early years, the brothers shared moments of closeness, often appearing with their wives, Diana and Sarah Ferguson, as a united, modern royal image. Yet, as media scrutiny intensified and both marriages collapsed, the bond between them weakened. The pressures of public life, personal struggles, and fading fairy tale appearances gradually eroded the once strong connection between the royal siblings. Charles, burdened yet steady, continued his slow ascent toward kingship. Andrew, untethered and increasingly reckless, drifted toward controversy. Over time, the gap between them widened, not just in age or temperament, but in reputation. Charles became a symbol of endurance and transformation, guiding the monarchy through change and criticism until he finally took the throne in 2022. Andrew, once a war hero, became the monarchy's great embarrassment, his name forever stained by his association with Jeffrey Epstein and accusations that stripped him of titles, duties, and dignity. Today, their relationship is a quiet echo of what once was. The affection of childhood has cooled into formality. Where once Andrew stood proudly beside his elder brother, he now lives in the shadow of disgrace, financially restrained, publicly invisible, and personally adrift. Charles, now king, maintains a careful distance, determined to protect the crown from further scandal, even if it means keeping his own brother at arm's length. It is a story of two princes born into the same destiny, but shaped by different worlds. One bound by duty, the other undone by desire. Once a cherished younger brother, Andrew now walks the edges of royal life, a fallen figure watching from afar as Charles, the boy who carried the heaviest crown, fulfills the purpose for which he was born. What was Andrew's offense? Why would William and Anne want his family cut off so badly? Let's find out how Andrew got his reputation shattered. From palace to scandal. In early 2011, dark clouds began to gather over Buckingham Palace as headlines across Britain screamed the same unsettling name: Jeffrey Epstein. The BBC reported that Prince Andrew's friendship with the American financier, who had already been convicted as a sex offender, was sparking a steady stream of criticism. The Duke of York, once praised for his role as a UK trade envoy and his military service, was now facing growing public outrage. His relationship with Epstein, already questionable, had become a liability for the royal family and the British government alike. The tension deepened when Andrew's former wife, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, confessed in an interview that her ex-husband had arranged for Epstein to pay off £15,000 of her personal debts. It was a shocking revelation, one that gave the scandal new life. People asked, why was a member of the royal family involved with a convicted sex offender in private financial matters? The answers were evasive, the explanations unsatisfying. Each tabloid headline seemed to drive the Duke further into the public's crosshairs. In 2010, photos of Prince Andrew walking with Jeffrey Epstein after Epstein's release sparked outrage and ended Andrew's trade envoy role. Though he cut ties, the damage lingered. In 2014, Virginia Giuffre accused Andrew of sexual abuse as part of Epstein's trafficking ring, reigniting global scandal and condemnation. According to Giuffre, Epstein even paid her $15,000 for her encounter with Andrew in London. Flight logs later revealed that both she and the Duke were in the locations she mentioned at the same times, adding credibility to her account. Then, a photograph surfaced, perhaps the most damning image of all. It showed a smiling Prince Andrew with his arm around Virginia's waist, and in the background stood Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's close associate and the woman accused of recruiting and grooming young girls. Andrew's supporters claimed the photo was fake, an edited fabrication meant to destroy him. Giuffre, however, insisted it was genuine and said she was terrified of refusing Epstein's demands. "I wouldn't have dared object," she said, explaining that Epstein's network of power and influence made her fear for her life. "He could have had me killed or disappeared." The legal battle dragged on for years, tarnishing the Duke's image and alienating him from royal duties. In February 2022, Prince Andrew and Virginia Giuffre reached an out-of-court settlement for an undisclosed sum. Though he admitted no wrongdoing, the gesture was widely seen as an attempt to end a scandal that had become an unbearable shadow over the monarchy. But the revelations did not stop there. In August 2019, newly unsealed court documents from Giuffre's defamation case against Ghislaine Maxwell introduced another troubling account. A woman named Johanna Sjoberg testified that Andrew had placed his hand on her breast while posing for a photo inside Epstein's Manhattan mansion, this time alongside a puppet of himself from the satirical show Spitting Image. The image, bizarre and unsettling, added another surreal layer to an already sordid story. A leaked 2010 email revealed Prince Andrew receiving a foot massage from two young women at Epstein's New York townhouse. Following Epstein's death, Andrew faced permanent consequences. Stripped of duties, a ruined reputation, and a lasting association with scandal, transforming the once celebrated prince into a symbol of royal downfall. How do William and Anne feel about Andrew's scandals? Do they seem comfortable with him in the royal family? Let's dig into the details of the royal showdown that most likely resulted in the eviction of Andrew and his family.
Well, in a royal bombshell, King Charles has stripped his brother Prince Andrew of all royal titles, honors and privileges, a move unseen in modern monarchy.
Anne, Charles, and William freeze out. Prince Andrew. Princess Anne has finally reached her limit with her brother, Prince Andrew, as the dark shadow of his association with the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein refuses to fade. For years, the royal family has endured whispers, headlines, and investigations. But the tension within the palace walls has grown impossible to ignore. Anne, known for her discipline and no-nonsense attitude, has reportedly made her stance clear. She is done defending Andrew. Anne has long sided with the king, revealed royal expert and Brothers and Wives author Christopher Anderson in an exclusive conversation with Us Weekly on Friday, October 17th. She is as fed up with Andrew as Charles and William are. This statement, though simple, reflects deep cracks within the royal family, cracks that have widened since Andrew's name became inseparable from Epstein's scandal. Princess Anne, who has built her reputation on hard work and dignity, is said to view Andrew's behavior as a stain on everything the monarchy represents. She has always been fiercely loyal to her brother, the king, and to the institution itself. But as the years have gone by and the scandal refuses to die down, even her patience seems to have run dry. Behind palace doors, discussions about what to do with Prince Andrew have reportedly stretched for years. He was once considered the Queen's favorite son. But now, he stands on the outer edge of royal life, stripped of duties, titles, and public favor. And according to Anderson, Prince William has quietly played a decisive role in pushing things in that direction. Prince William has been urging his father, the king, to do something about Andrew for years, Anderson said. The Epstein sex abuse scandal just won't go away. The royals are holding their breath, anxiously waiting for the other shoe to drop once all the files are released. That remark paints a picture of a family trapped between duty and damage control. King Charles, who has spent his reign trying to modernize and stabilize the monarchy, is caught in an impossible position. He must choose between family loyalty and public trust, between protecting his brother and protecting the crown. With William's growing influence as the future king. The pressure to make decisive moves has only intensified. Anne, known for her straightforwardness, has reportedly sided firmly with Charles and William. For her, there is no room for scandal or excuses. To the Princess Royal, the monarchy must stand for integrity, discipline, and service. Qualities she feels Andrew has long abandoned. Insiders say she has become one of the king's closest confidants, often reminding him that leadership sometimes requires painful decisions. Meanwhile, Prince Andrew remains secluded, rarely seen in public except for private family gatherings. His attempts at rehabilitation have failed, and his future within the royal circle looks uncertain at best. With new documents related to Epstein's case expected to surface, the fear among senior royals is that more revelations could reopen old wounds. Within the grandeur of the palace, the mood is one of quiet dread. A family waiting for headlines they can neither control nor predict. Princess Anne, ever composed, reportedly believes it is better to face the truth than to hide behind ceremony. Her patience, like the monarchy's silence, has reached its end. So do you think William and Anne were right to call for the total cutoff? Can his children be pardoned in the future? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.